Storms are also creating more chaos for air travelers. In the last 2 days, more than 15,000 flights were delayed across the U.S., and more than 2,300 others were canceled. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is pushing airlines to help travelers affected by these types of disruptions. Kris Van Cleave spoke to the secretary, who admits the flight cancellation system is not where it needs to be.
Another punishing stretch for summer travelers facing a flurry of flight disruptions.
Our flight was canceled. Now we're back again today. It was canceled this morning, and now we're back again.
Severe weather pounded Dallas. More than half of the flights at one of the nation's busiest airports were delayed or canceled Monday. And nationally, nearly a quarter of all flights offered by U.S. carriers have experienced delays since the beginning of August, by an average of 52 minutes.
I actually have a flight today that was canceled, rebooked, and has had like 3 changes to it.
Seems like if I did my job the way the airlines do, I wouldn't have one.
This is the customer service line for United tonight.
At Denver's airport, dozens of flights were canceled over the last 2 days, prompting United Airlines to offer stranded passengers cots. How are the airlines doing?
So the good news is we've seen some improvement. The bottom line is it's still not an acceptable level of delays and cancellations. Weather issues happen, but they cascade through the system because the system is not yet able to cope.
A system Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg says could take months to fix, in part because airlines and air traffic control are dealing with major staffing shortages.
There are several things that could be done. First of all, making sure that hiring is stepped up. 2, they need to be ready with customer service.
And Louise Coons and her daughter Molly were delayed in Denver for several hours before their flight to Sacramento was ultimately canceled. Coons says it set them back nearly a full day and cost them more than $1,000 to get out on another airline.
I think it's this kind of like Hunger Games feeling that you have when it happens, because you're kind of everybody's on their own and you can't really reach anybody to help.
And it's still pretty early in the travel day, and already more than 400 flights in the U.S. have been canceled. Now, the Department of Transportation is planning to roll out a new website in the coming days that will lay out what options are available to passengers on all of the U.S. airlines when there are flight disruptions. The department is also working on new regulations regarding refunds when there are lengthy flight delays. David?
Kris Van Cleave in Arlington this morning. Thank you, Kris.